Hello, I'm going to make another recipe on my new Vitamix. So far I've been able to make a fruit and vegetable smoothie that the family liked. It had a lot of vegetables in there and it was still really good. And it got us through, you know, as if it was a meal, good energy, and it was completely raw. So they make, Vitamix has a recipe for it. It's a tortilla soup and they always use it at the fair because people like it. So I'm gonna make it myself and I wanted to videotape it for you. So I've got everything set out here. I've got cilantro. I'm gonna use just a tiny bit of jalapeno. I've got one Roma tomato and then a handful of the cherry tomatoes. Organic onion. This is an organic corn, and then there's a pepper. It's got some peppers and black beans in there. A carrot, cabbage, garlic, celery, red pepper, and zucchini. And then I cooked up just some chicken breasts earlier and used one of them in the recipe. And here's the recipe. I don't know if you guys can read it at all. But I will be back in just a minute and show you when I'm loading up. Oh, and I've got organic chicken broth. So I'll get everything loaded and then we'll see how it works. The neat thing about this is that the blade goes so fast that it will actually generate heat. But the fruit and vegetables, they don't get so hot that you're up past 118 degrees or whatever the nutrients start to break down. So it actually is considered a raw soup. So we'll see how that works, except for the chicken. But I like my meat, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've got everything in there. I got tomatoes, zucchini, onion, carrot, celery, cabbage, garlic, red pepper, cilantro. Everything's in there. And so I'm going to add 3 cups of chicken broth. And then I'm going to add some taco seasoning and garlic salt. And then I will start the blender. Okay, here I am recording it pretty loud. It's going to blend for 5 minutes. And then when that stops, it should be steaming hot. The blade's getting hot. So it's done blending and it's really smooth. It's warm on the outside. And then you can see it steaming. So this, I opened this earlier, so that's why it wouldn't have gone around the edge if I hadn't opened it. But the next thing I'm going to do is put in the chicken, a piece of the jalapeno with the carrot, and turn it to a low speed, and it will barely chop. It'll chop it up, and I'll record that in just a second. Okay, I tried it, and I do want it hotter than this and more spice. So I'm gonna put in. I've got a half a tablespoon of the taco seasoning, and then some sea salt, about a teaspoon. And then I want a little garlic salt. Oops, sorry. And I'm gonna pour a little bit of this organic salsa in there, just to give it a little bit more of a kick. So about 1/4 of a cup. Okay, then I'm gonna put the lid back on and I'm gonna cook it for another couple minutes because it's really not very hot. So I'm going to start at a low speed on variable and get it started. Get it slowly up to speed 10 and then switch to high. So I'm going to let that cook for 2 more minutes and then I'm going to add the ingredients. Okay, so I've turned it to variable 2. And it's steaming. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop in this chicken. And then just start cutting it up softly. I'm going to put the jalapeno in next because I want it to get worked in. And then the corn and black bean and red pepper mixture. Make sure it all gets in there. And then I wanted to put just a little bit more of this salsa, so about 1/4 of a cup. Let it really work in. And then I'm just going to crush some of these organic tortilla chips up in there. Drop them in there without making a mess. So I'm going to put some more in there, and then I will show you the finished product.